Life has been a roller coaster ride. Hi, I'm Stephanie Barrett, and I am a flutist, a music teacher, an adult figure skater, and a mom of two boys, ages 12 and 10. And this is what's going on in our life this week. We were still at the hotel Monday morning. This hotel has the best breakfasts. You stand in line and you get a custom-made omelet, and they are delicious. And there's plenty of food to choose from if you don't want that omelet. After breakfast, I dragged Jonathan to the hotel gym one more time so that we could get in one last PT session before we left. So we're here in the hotel gym. We've been here every morning since vacation started, doing Jonathan's PT for him. So here we go. Oh, hey, I would love to know that you're watching. Please tell me one thing down in the comment that you would like to see more of from us. And don't forget to subscribe. Monday afternoon, we drove home. Once we got home, we did laundry, and we were all looking forward to a home-cooked meal. All right, today is Tuesday, and today Jonathan has PT this morning, and the boys have singing lessons in the evening. And somewhere in between those two things, we're going to be trying to get them back on their schedules for their music practice. Something that I'm really big on is getting right back into our routine. So Tuesday was a day for us to settle back in and get back to what we normally do. The first thing I did when I woke up Tuesday morning was my outdoor workout, and I was rewarded. I got to stare at a beautiful tree and watch this adorable little bird sing. Jonathan had PT bright and early that Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. He wasn't thrilled to get up that early, but he really enjoys bringing his Rubik's Cubes with him to PT. He tries to bring a different one every time he goes. I just want to say again that I am so impressed with Jonathan's physical therapist. I did PT a long time ago, and I was very unimpressed with physical therapy, and that was my baseline. But meeting these people has changed my entire impression of the industry. They're amazing. Once we were home, both boys settled into practicing. I was very, very proud of them for getting to it without even having to be told. We are back at it today. So proud of the boys for getting on it. Okay, fix your hand. Good job. Go. Tuesday evening, the boys jumped back into voice lessons. They're both working on developing their tone as vocalists, and they do a lot of exercises for different ranges and different sounds.
It's almost like opera, right? Oh, I like her. Exactly. You're adding the air. So a shoo. Exactly. So we're doing shoo. Now add that air. Shoo. Go. Shoo. But don't close. You want to keep it open. Ooh. Shoo. And you're tightening your trumpet lips. I can see it. I want loose lips. I want shoo. Almost like you're kissing the sky. Shoo.
Today is Wednesday and day 8 of 75 Hard. Jonathan has gymnastics today, so we'll be doing that. And I have a little bit of time on the calendar today, so I think I might get to practice my flute. A big part of the reason I love 75 Hard is because it gives me the framework to do the exercises that I would love to be doing for skating. And it's been so good doing Jonathan's PT with him every day. And also, it gives me the framework to stay with a more whole foods approach to my diet, which I always feel better with when I'm eating that way. This is my favorite morning snack right now. Greek yogurt, banana, and a drizzle of almond butter. Crunchy almond butter, actually. So good. I look forward to it every day.
Hey guys, last time you saw me driving to gym, I was in a blue shirt. Well, the red of this shirt means that I'm a training level 6, and I'm really excited because level 6 is known to be like really hard, and I've been working really hard to be there. It sets me up for a good track. Also, red is my favorite color, so...
Jonathan still hadn't seen his coach since he returned from Armenia, and he was so excited to get to see him Wednesday. We do not live close to the gym. It's about 35 miles away, and it usually takes anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes one way. But I drive to the gym, drop Jonathan off, and then drive back home so that I can spend a couple of hours with Ryan before I have to drive back to the gym to pick Jonathan up. So when I came back home from the gym last Wednesday, Ryan wanted to take some headshots to get an acting page going. Unfortunately for Ryan, I am not a photographer. We tried and tried, and I could not get a shot that didn't have terrible lighting or terrible shadows or it just looked terrible in general. But we did get a super cute picture of him with all of our animals. Today is Thursday. Today we're going straight from PT for Jonathan to the new sports orthopedist to get a second opinion. And then from there, he'll be going straight to gymnastics. Thursday morning, we were back at PT again for Jonathan. Another PT day, another Rubik's Cube. I have a moderate scoliosis. You've probably noticed in some of my videos that when I'm not paying attention, my neck kind of drifts off to the side. That's because of the curve in my spine. I also tend to drop my right shoulder when I'm not paying attention, and sometimes have a curve in my lower back as well. I mentioned this to the PT while we were there Thursday morning, and when I showed her my rib cage, she actually gasped and asked if I was in pain all the time. After PT, we went straight to the pediatric orthopedist's office, and we got the most amazing news of the week. So we just got our second opinion with the sports pediatric orthopedist. And I'm going to let you give him the good news.
I can go back to gymnastics! Woo! Okay, the dog's scared.
He said there's no fracture. What the other doctor saw and called a fracture, he believes is actual a structural abnormality in his knee that he's had since he was born. And the entire issue with his knee is just muscle tightness. He needs to stretch more.
Which I hate.
So he's going to continue with the PT, and we're good to go.
See, even Mola's happy. She's wagging her tail. She's totally not scared.
Jonathan was completely clear to do gymnastics Thursday afternoon, and he was the happiest boy. I just walked by an older gentleman that I see a lot on my walks, and he was like, "Hey, you're always smiling. That's good." Friday morning, I was back at the rink, and this time I was really experimenting with my scoliosis. I figure if I can expand the length between my right shoulder and my right hip, that I might be able to stay more on my axis when I'm spinning. And it seemed to be true. If you watch in the videos, you can actually see when I enter, I do a little dip and then straighten myself back up. That's me pulling really hard to stand tall over my right side. I suspect that if I can strengthen the muscles enough, that my skating will improve, and maybe I'll finally land my axle. These are a couple of pictures that I shared on Facebook about what I used to look like in pictures versus what I look like now in pictures, and how far I've come in the way of correcting muscularly what I can't fix with my spine. Oh, and one more thing about the scoliosis. I found out this week that I was actually born with it. I've had it since I was a baby. Friday afternoon, I took the boys swimming. I had been promising them all week again. And every time I bring them, they're showing improvement with their swimming. Our dog Lola is 15 years old and mostly a dachshund. She's a mix. She is the sweetest, most lovable dog, and she loves people.
Lola just pushed the door open and pulled her towel in so that she could be in the room with me. How cute is that? Aw, Lola. Today is Saturday. I have some piano lessons to teach this morning, and then we have church this afternoon.
Saturday morning, I got to see my students. It had been a couple of weeks, and I was really excited to get to see them again. Then Saturday afternoon, I played my flute for the first time in probably 3 weeks, since that funeral I played for a few weeks ago. I did not get to practice last Wednesday. Life has been very, very busy. I continue to sacrifice my things for the things that my boys need. So I was a little nervous actually to pick it back up at church, but it seemed to go pretty well, I think. I actually play for 2 masses every weekend. I play for the 5 o'clock vigil on Saturday afternoon, and I also play for the 8:30 a.m. Sunday Mass. So Sunday morning, I was there playing again. We played the same music as the night before. Sunday afternoon, Jonathan has an epic piano lesson. His piano teacher keeps him anywhere from 2 to 4 hours regularly.
Today is Sunday, and I'm on my way to my piano lesson. The drive is also very long, just like gymnastics, except it's 15 to 30 minutes longer. And my piano lesson is also very long. She doesn't really have a set time. she always just goes until she feels like I'm good enough, and generally that takes 2 to 3 hours.
Ryan got to go to a 10th birthday party for one of his friends at a place called MB2. They had an indoor race car track, and he had a blast. We finished Sunday evening trying to have dinner out in the patio, and it did not work. It's been so hot recently that all of the flies are out, and they all descended on us and our food. Ryan tried turning our misters on to see if that would keep the flies away, and it was a pretty smart idea. There were definitely less flies, but there was also a breeze, and then we were getting wet. So our dinner was cut a little short. We ended up moving back inside. But that's about it for this past week.